All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into some really eye-opening research. It peels back the layers on the security of some of the most advanced humanoid robots out there. The ones designed to eventually walk, work, and live right alongside us. But, as researchers found out, there was something totally unexpected hiding in plain sight.
Just think about that for a second. What if every single one of these robots, whether it's in a factory, a hospital, or a top-secret lab, could be unlocked with the exact same key? That's the huge question this research brings to the table. It's like a modern-day Trojan horse, except this one has legs. So the robot we're talking about is the Unitree G1. And let me be clear, this is no toy. It's a seriously sophisticated piece of engineering. Before we even get to the security flaws, you have to appreciate the kind of tech we're dealing with here. I mean, just look under the hood. This thing is a beast. It's packing an 8-core processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and a whole suite of sensors with depth cameras and even its own satellite positioning. The big takeaway here is that this isn't just a collection of motors and metal. It's a powerful, walking computer that sees, hears, and understands the world around it. Now, with all that high-tech gear, you'd expect its security to be like Fort Knox, right? Well, this is where the story takes a sharp turn. The researchers discovered that getting total control of this machine was, and I'm not exaggerating, shockingly simple. The weak spot is something called a command injection vulnerability. Now, don't get hung up on the technical term. All it really means is that you can trick the robot into running a secret command. You do it by hiding that command inside something that looks totally harmless, like a Wi-Fi password. It's kind of like asking for the password and getting one that also has a secret note attached saying, and by the way, unlock everything for me. And the actual process? It's almost laughably easy. You don't need some complex setup. You just have to be in Bluetooth range, so maybe in the next room. You send it a bogus Wi-Fi password with your secret command baked in. The robot system just takes it, no questions asked. And bam, just like that, you have root control. That's it. You own the machine. You have the keys to the entire kingdom. And here is the absolute craziest part. The secret handshake, the encryption key that lets you send that malicious command in the first place, it's the exact same key for every single robot they make. Let that sink in. It's not unique. It's one key for the whole fleet. Imagine if every bank vault in the world had the same combination and they printed it in the user manual. That's what we're talking about. And there it is. That's the key, this single string of characters. According to the research, this isn't just for the G1 humanoid. Nope. It's the same key for the H1, the R1, and even their famous robot dogs like the Go2. It's literally one key to rule them all. But getting inside was only the beginning. When the researchers started digging around to see what the robot was already up to, they found something even more unsettling. Right out of the box, it was quietly beaming a massive amount of data to a server overseas. It was acting like a spy by default. And this is the destination. The data trail led directly to this IP address in China. This wasn't something the owner turned on or opted into. It was just happening all the time, in the background, with no clear warning. And it's constant, like clockwork. Every 300 seconds, so every 5 minutes, the robot bundles up a detailed report on everything it's doing and sends it home. It doesn't matter if it's working or just sitting in a corner powered on. That 5-minute check-in never stops. The data stream itself was clocked at over 1 megabit per second. Now, to you and me, that might not sound like a ton, but for a continuous background process, that is a huge pipeline of data. This isn't just a little I'm okay ping. It's a fire hose of information constantly flowing out of whatever network it's connected to.
So what exactly is it sending? Pretty much everything. Battery stats, the robot's exact position and orientation, data from every single joint motor, what the processor is doing, the whole shebang. But here's the real kicker. The researchers found the system is also built with the capability to stream audio from its microphones, video from its cameras, and even detailed 3D maps of its surroundings. It's a walking, talking, all-seeing surveillance platform. So this all leads to the central argument of the research paper. This robot isn't just a passive spy, a Trojan horse collecting data. Because it's a powerful computer living inside a trusted network, it can be flipped and turned into an active cyber weapon. So you've got this dual threat. On one hand, you've got the Trojan horse, the passive spy, quietly mapping your facility, listening in, and gathering intelligence. But on the other hand, an attacker can turn it into an active weapon. Since it's already past the firewall, it becomes the perfect launchpad to attack other critical systems on the internal network, all from a position of trust. And to prove this wasn't just a theory, the researchers did something wild. They loaded their own cybersecurity AI onto the compromised robot.
Then, completely on its own, that AI started scanning the manufacturer's own cloud systems from the inside, identifying weaknesses and drawing up detailed attack plans. They effectively proved this robot can be turned into an autonomous, offensive agent.
Okay, so you're probably thinking this is a pretty damning report about one specific robot, but the researchers' final conclusion has a twist that honestly changes everything.
Get this. After laying out the universal backdoor, the secret data pipeline, all of it, the researchers conclude that the G1 security is the most sophisticated and mature they have ever seen on a commercial robot. Yeah, the one we just saw is apparently the best in class.
And this table really drives that point home. I mean, look at all the check marks for the G1. It's got encrypted configs, multi-layer defenses, all this stuff its competitors are missing, and yet it's still fundamentally broken. So, if this is the top of the pyramid, you have to wonder, what does the bottom look like?
And that right there is the real takeaway. This isn't about pointing a finger at one company. It's a massive wake-up call for the entire robotics industry. The research basically says that the industry is building these incredibly powerful machines, but they're not building in the security to match. They're building sports cars with bicycle locks.
Which leaves us with a really heavy question. We know these machines are coming. They're going to be in our factories, our hospitals, our homes. But this research proves they could be carrying these hidden risks with them. And it makes you wonder if we, as companies, as a society, are really prepared for what happens when the Trojan horse finally gets up and walks right through the front door.